Hey guys, welcome. It's another Hot Topic Tuesday. Some exciting stuff, as y'all know, that's been going on this week and next. But today it is the Concierge by Notable. One of the things that we're always talking about is to make sure that we've got a point of differentiation. When you get out in competition, what makes you different? What makes you better than anyone else? And here's one for those homes where they need a little improvement and a seller needs an assist. This is a great way of being able to do it. So, with that, Amora, I'm going to let you take over and you can introduce yourself and share everybody our program.
Sure, thank you. As was just stated, the program is actually called Market Ready Concierge, which is powered by Notable. I'm going to take you guys through just a quick deck. It will take 15, 20 minutes tops. We could save questions to the end, or if you have a burning question in the middle, feel free to raise your hand. Happy to answer those. But yeah, this is a program that allows your sellers get financing to get their home market ready to help them close that home faster and just be more attractive and appealing to home buyers. What the program can be used for, there's a very wide range of use cases. We'll go through some of those, but it's just a quick and easy way to basically just capture some of the equity that they have in their home to get that home market ready. So just so you guys know, this program did get rolled out April 15th. If you were familiar with the Revitalize program, was a program Anywhere had to, it's kind of a similar thing. That actually went away April 15th, and this is what is replacing it. And then through that acquisition, we've had a very long history with Compass Legacy. We've worked with them for 5 years and had this program. It's very successful. And so the Anywhere folks, wanted to roll this over into um, for all of you, just because there is some really great advantages with this versus what was available through Revitalize. So I'll go through some of those big differences. The three biggest differences is listed here. We find agents that are familiar with the program are super excited about vendor freedom. So when you are getting this home market ready, the home seller does not have to just pick a vendor from Angie's List. They can choose any vendor that they'd like. And they can even use a handyman that they know, a friend that they know. They don't have to be licensed or insured. Anyone that you want to use to get your home market ready is up to you. So we're giving the freedom of that back to your home sellers. The funding is very flexible as well. This is very unique to you. No one else that we are working with can offer this, where clients can actually access up to $75,000. We'll go through the details of what qualifies them for that amount. Everything is based on FICO score and then how much equity is in the home. Um, but it's no longer tied to your commission amount as a agent. It has nothing to do with that at all. And then there's multiple ways to spend the funds. You can use debit card, ACH, or check to the vendor. There's really flexible ways to pay the vendors or to pay yourself back if you used your own credit card. We'll go through that as well. And then lastly, there is greater control and transparency. There's no third party project manager or oversight to the program. Okay. Home seller is going to do what they want to get that home market ready. In most cases, I find the agents, jumping in saying, hey, if we got new flooring, this is going to look really great. You all know these neighborhoods that these homes are sold in and like what is going to be best for that specific home. So we always encourage agents to work with their home sellers, as you guys probably already do. But yeah, there's no like official third party project management or anything like that. So let's go into a little bit of the details. There is cost to your client, just so you guys do know. There is obviously cost when you're getting financing, but it's really fair and it's really simple. So the cost is there is a $499 origination fee when you do take out this loan. And then there's going to be interest, but the interest is done monthly. The reason the interest is done monthly is because this homes typically sell in 3 months. Right. And so, we're not going to charge you in an APR like long annual. If we could do it monthly, it actually cuts down how much they're going to pay in interest. So it starts at 0.75%, up to 1.42%. This is again based on their credit score. So what we always say on average, the easiest way to think of this, it's about 1% per month in interest. So if you borrowed and used $10,000, your interest monthly is going to be $100 a month. Very, very simple, easiest way to think about it. Again, good credit scores are actually under that. There are no monthly payments and nothing is due until closing. Okay. So everything is deferred till close. Even though the interest is accruing monthly, again, no payments are made until closing. The max budget. So they have up to $75,000 they can use. This is with a 780 FICO score or higher. And then $50,000 if you have a 680 FICO score or higher. Okay, so those are the two caveats. If you don't have a 780 FICO score, you could capture the up to $50,000. We'll go into more details on that as well, but that's the basics there. The max list price. So homes over $4 million don't actually qualify for this program. It has to be $4 million or less. Are LLCs allowed? We get asked this all the time. Yes, LLCs can apply. And then vendors, we just went through this, but any contract or any contractor of the seller's choosing, including non-licensed vendors, and you get reimbursed for purchases. So let's say your home seller went to Home Depot, they actually use their own credit card or their own debit card for purchases. They actually could put this through the program and get reimbursed for anything that they purchased. That has to do with the home sell. You can't get reimbursed for Starbucks. But if it is to do with the home getting prepped, that's okay. And then payment options to pay back or to pay your vendors, it can be done through debit, check, transfer funds, ACH. There is a full platform where you're going to see how much you have left in your funds and then how to disperse payments. So everything is available online. And then support, just so you guys know, the Notable team is here for you. We do back and we are the financing arm of this entire program. So if there are questions about interest, if there's questions about the program, if there's questions about can this use case be reimbursed, like does this actually work within the program, give us a call and we will work with you. We will work with your home seller in answering all of those questions. Okay. Next one is the use cases. So if you were familiar with Revitalize, the use cases have expanded here with Notable. Bigger projects like roofing, foundations, sewer lateral lines, reframing, all of those are absolutely okay within this program. Okay. And then also your most common use cases, which we've always seen, basic prep, storage, new carpet, painting is a big one. We always see a lot of home staging, photography, all of those can be included within this program as well. And then expanded like other kind of use cases, which, I think our home sellers got really creative with, but they actually totally work, is let's say that you have a home seller who has, a couple dogs and you need them out of the house during home shows. You can actually put those dogs in kennels, and then the cost of that will actually be covered with this program as well. Or if the home seller needs to be in an Airbnb for a little while or a hotel while prep is being done, the cost of those can also be covered under this program. So the use cases get very wide, and as long as you can prove that it's to get that home sold or market ready, it's going to be okay. All right, agent benefits. What we find is that this can shorten the time to market. Just being able to have those funds get that home market ready. It takes away that I don't have any cash to get my home ready. Or, hey, the home seller's like, I'm buying another house. I don't have extra funds to get this house that I'm selling ready. Right. And this kind of helps with those types of situations. Also, it helps decrease the home selling friction, and then agents and sellers really kind of maximize those results. So we typically see homes sold faster and for more money when they are at their full potential and cleaned up. So we'll go through the client experience a little bit. It's very, very simple. All they do is apply. The application can be accessed on any web-based device. and they'll see their offer in literally minutes with no impact to their credit score. Okay. So this loan is what was I going to say, an unsecured loan, and then also no impact on credit. So really easy, flexible kind of loan to get. Also, the funds. Um, Once you get the funds, you can use them that day. So if you get approved in a couple minutes, those funds are usually ready within that next hour, right within your account. What would actually stop the application from happening that fast? If there's something in the background that we need to go look at, if there is a bankruptcy or there is something, or we can't verify the loan on their property or things like that can actually hold up, and we'd actually need to take care of that in the underwriting process. But if there's nothing like that, this happens really, really quick. And then the funds can be used for 6 months, just so you all know. Um, and then the acceleration event, this loan is only meant to be out for 12 months. So at 12 months, there is an acceleration event where the payback would be due if the home isn't sold. If the home is still on the market and you need an extension, you need to work with payments or things like that, the home seller can actually talk to our support, and then they would work out those details with the home seller. Okay. And just so you know, all of the repayment is due when if the home sells, in title and escrow. So nothing that the home seller really has to worry about. As long as we get the date and who the title and escrow is, we can then go ahead and put that repayment in there as a line item. If we want to go through the application just a little bit further, what does the home seller need to apply? They just need, obviously, the property information. So they need their listing information. So to make sure that they have a listing agreement with you, the agent. If they don't have a listing agreement, they actually can't apply yet. They're going to need the address. They are going to need their personal information, again, for a soft credit check. They're going to need to select if there is debt out on the property. They're going to need to select that, and then who that debt is with, and then they can set their amount, right? So if they have a FICO score of over 780, they can get the 75. If it's under that, if it's 680 plus, they can apply for 50,000. So they choose which amount they want or how much they want, and then we'll come back and say what they actually qualify for and how much they can get. The agent will receive a notification. So this is a really big part of the application process. Um, the reason we need the listing information, and we need to make sure that one, this home seller is actually working with an agent within this program, is so that you can verify, yes, this house is actually being sold. Yes, it's being sold for this amount of money. If there's discrepancies in it, if you get a notification about a home seller doing this and you don't even know who they are, just go ahead and say reject it, and then we'll go and work with that home seller and what that issue is. But if everything checks out, the client will receive e-signature to accept their loan here. Again, use of funds, very simple. You can use our portals. You can see how much money you have in there. You can send checks, ACH, we can wire transfers, all of that kind of good stuff to pay your vendors. And then again, the repayment is done at closing. And again, if the home doesn't sell at 12 months, is an acceleration event, and you need to talk to our support team. Okay, one last quick run through of the financing just to make it crystal clear. This is low cost for the clients. There's no cost to you as the real estate agent. There is a $499 origination fee. The interest is between 0.75% to 1.42% per month. Depending on their credit score, they'll fall somewhere within there. And interest is only going to accrue on funds used. Okay, so if they applied for $75,000 and they only use $10,000, they're only paying interest on the $10,000. Okay. So it's always nice to apply for the full amount, because you never know the surprises that can happen later, right? You do an inspection. Oh no, we need to put a new roof on. Well, good thing we have these extra funds available. And then if they apply for funds and they never even use any of it, the origination fee gets waived and the whole loan goes away. Okay. So a lot of home sellers kind of just use this as an insurance policy. I'm going to get the funds even if I don't need it. It's nice to have this in my back pocket. And then Home sell, what we typically see is home sell within about 3 months that use the program. A lot of them sell a lot faster, right? You get the best house on the block, you're going to sell it fastest. So a quick example of how this interest works, and I know I kind of went through this earlier, but the client is going to get, if the client gets approved for, let's say, $20,000, they only use $10,000 of it, and that home sells within 3 months. What are they going to pay? They're going to pay $300 in interest. Let's say their monthly interest rate is 1%, which is the average here. That's $300 in interest over, that's in 3 months total, with the $499 origination fee. And that is it. Very, very simple. Again, we have calculators online and tools that I'm going to show you in just a second if your home sellers need to go in there and work out some of these loan costs. We have lots of tools that they can use. Again, they can always call our support line when they go through the application process. What they qualify for is explained to them as well. And what we're trying to say here too, in all this and everything that we're going to just even present today, is that you don't have to be an expert on this loan. You don't have to be an expert on this financing. All you have to do is tell your home sellers, hey, we have a program that allows you to defer cost to closing and use your equity now. Here's a link. Go see what you apply for. You don't have to sit here and explain all of this. You can, I mean, the best thing to explain is there's not going to be zero impact on your credit. And that's it. So that's what we typically tell agents to say to their home sellers. Don't have to be an expert on any of these things. Eligibility requirements. So the client must be a U.S. resident. They must have a listing agreement in place with an agent within this program. The client must have at least a FICO of 680. Anything less won't actually qualify. But at 680, you can qualify for $50,000. If you have 780 or higher, you can qualify for the 75,000. You must have sufficient equity in the home. The client must be the owner or be able to act on behalf of the owner. So powers of attorney do work. LLCs and trusts all can apply to this program. There must not have any recent unresolved bankruptcies, and the property value or list price must be under $4 million. Okay, those are the main things. If you want access to resources and you want to look at the calculators, you want to download the one pager for your for any of the materials that you're going to share with your home seller, go to notablehome.com/my concierge. From there, you can access everything. If you scan this QR code, that will get you to that website as well. And then if I'm going to take a second to show you what's on that website, just so you know what's here. So if you get there, it explains the program in just a few bullet points. You can watch a 60-second overview of what Notable is and how it works. That's a good video to share with your home sellers. If you're coming from Real Vitalize, you've used that program and you really want to know what are the main differences or the differences of every single part of the program, you can click here and there'll be a PDF that shows the program side by side. We also have a video that explains that as well. If you just want to learn more about this and you want to take a little 8-minute course online, you can do that by clicking Launch Course and then go through the 8-minute. It's just videos followed by question and answer. And then here is the link that you're going to share with your client. So myconcierge.notable.com. If you visit this and your home seller gets there, if you're curious what their experience is, again, just a quick explanation of the program, some common questions. What happens if my home doesn't sell? What fees or interest are applied? Is there a cost if I don't use the funds? All of those things are listed here. And then they can actually just see what I would qualify for. So before going to the application, the home seller can say, you know what? I have a good credit score, 720. My property is going to be listed at $600,000. I owe $100,000 on the property. What would my rates be? How much can I get? So the calculation is going to pop up, great. I actually can qualify for $50,000. Um, my interest rate would be 1.08 per month, so just about 1%. And then I'm like, oh, this actually looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and apply. I can click on apply and I can actually go through that application process. So this is just a good way to just see if you qualify for it. If, let's say that I apply and my credit score is not high enough, my husband can then go apply, right? There's no limit to how many people that own the property can actually apply for this program. Um, and then all of our support numbers and emails are in here for your home sellers. It's the same thing for you as an agent. You can actually download different marketing materials. We are actually filling up this resource center. Right now, it's just one document. We're working with CIH on giving you guys more materials here. Just they're going through the legal ringer, as you can imagine. Um, but yeah, if you need to call us, text us, email us, that's all available here. If you want to go see your own portal, you can go ahead and sign in. You're going to sign in through your phone number. If you have home sellers and clients who have loans out, they will show up on your dashboard. So you can see all of your home sellers that are using the program right from your dashboard. That is it. I'm going to stop there and answer questions if there are any.
Yeah, we've got one that is,
Oh,
they may have missed it, but can you use this for septic repair and or replacement?
yep, absolutely. Now, again, if it's over the amount that you have, let's say the septic, let's say somebody got $30,000, the septic repair is 50, you can use 30,000 and then the other 20 you have to come up with somewhere else. But yeah.
All right. How about, and of course, guys, feel free to jump in, but I had just a couple of myself. A seller who's going to become a buyer,
Mhm.
and this seller uses the Market Ready program. How will it impact their purchase power as the buyer now?
Not at all. That's the whole idea behind this program is that we know most home sellers are going to go purchase something else. So that's why we don't impact their credit score. And that's why that this program there, this is an unsecured loan. It's not tied to the property in any way. So
Cool.
no issues there. Yeah.
Um, Mine that I have is there a lien placed on the property.
No.
So there's not even a lien that goes against it.
Nope.
Wow. This in comparison to the Real Vitalize is just head and shoulders above the others. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful. Let's see. Another one popped up here. I'm surprised that you are not requesting licensed as opposed to a cousin or brother-in-law in doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we if you know somebody that you want to like, here's the thing. We don't want to limit the home seller of who they want to do the work on their home. So as long as they get a receipt, an invoice from it, if it's your neighbor that's really good at woodworking and you want them over to do it, I mean, it doesn't matter to us as long as the work is to get that home market ready.
That's again, that's just another part of the program that just works very wonderfully. So,
Yeah, we
you
we
know,
had a lot of like feedback when the program first started from, agents saying, I have my quote unquote guy that comes in and he's like does the paint, he does these things. And if I can't use my person, like this is going to be prohibitive, right? And it's like they might be able to do all these things and it's like go for it. If they're going to get that home to where you want it to be for sale, use whoever you'd like. Yeah.
Michael just brought up a great question here too. Can the homeowner do the work?
Um, that's a good question. Like for all the materials that they need for the work, all those receipts obviously are easy to prove. Let me go double check and I can email you guys afterwards and then
That'd be
let you
great.
know if you can like charge yourself hours.
But
Possibly.
they could then do the work themselves and do or be, how do I say, given a loan so that they can purchase the required materials themselves.
You can go purchase the materials for your handyman. There's nothing wrong with that. So if
Okay.
you're going to Home Depot, you're picking up supplies, you're getting those types of things, save those receipts. Those can all be those can all get paid for within this program. Absolutely.
So the
Um,
billing is really the only other part they need to have
yeah,
proof of.
yeah. I just never seen. I mean, unless like a home seller is like needs the money for something else, like it's like it's your own money, right?
Yeah.
That you're taking out of your equity that you have to pay back. So if you're saying that you're doing the work, like I don't know why you would charge
Why
yourself the
would you
work.
pay yourself to
Yeah.
give yourself the money back or have to repay it? Yeah.
Yeah, and like, why would you want to pay interest on your own work?
Man, certainly seems
It's a
like
weird
we
thing to
wouldn't
do.
allow that for sure.
I mean, I guess I'm thinking that you probably can. I just have to go double check. It's just like, why would you want to pay interest on your own work? You might as well, because remember, you're only paying back what you borrow.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
only paying interest on what you borrow. So if you get
So
this house ready and you only needed a smaller amount, only paying interest on that smaller amount, why would you want to pay interest on a larger amount? Um,
and guys, just so that you have it, if you want to refer back to this or somebody's watching this new, I'll post Amora's response to the end of the recording so that you'll have the answer to that here. Let me see, what's the next one we've got? Maybe I missed this, but is there a cost to agents to participate in the program?
like is the agent going to like apply for their own home or is it like for their
No, it just is an agent, because everybody always wants to make money off of the agent too,
Oh
I
no.
think is the key that Marjorie's throwing. So
No.
is there just a cost or is it just we refer it and that's
You
all you
refer
guys
it.
want from us?
It's where you refer it. I mean, honestly, Compass International Holdings has a partnership with us, which allows all of you to have access to this. So there's no cost to you, the agent, at all. Um, you just say, "Hey, I have a home seller that needs this," or "Hey, might need it," or some just what we always find. It's so funny. Home sellers are always scared to have that like financial conversation with their agent of like, "Oh, I can't actually afford to change those floors," or my money's tied up in my stocks. I can't, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a burden to get this house ready. I'm trying to get rid of it, or I'm going through a divorce. My husband and I
Hmm.
can't actually
Can't
agree.
even access our own funds.
Yeah, who's going to split this up? So this is a very great option to have. And so you just never know somebody's situation. So if you just say, hey, if you want to get this home market ready, I'm an agent. These are the things that we probably need to do. There is a way to defer all the cost to closing. This is a really great program. It's called Market Ready Concierge. Here you can share the one pager with them, but like, hey, go see if you what you qualify for.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And it's
like it.
just defer it. You don't even just send them the link. If they don't do it, oh well. If they do it, great. And then like again, you guys don't get commission off of if they use the program. I have this because some home sellers ask, is my agent getting commission off of sending us here? We're like, absolutely not. There's none of that going on. It's just a really great program to get them the leg up and get that home ready without the stress of what it costs to
Fantastic.
do. Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's see. Larry's asked, can you post the link again?
Oh yeah.
Maybe put that into the chat if that's
Yep. Here it
possible.
is.
There
Here
it
it
is up at
is.
the
And then there's a
top.
bunch of marketing materials and there's more things coming. Corporate's going to be sending you all in the next few weeks. You guys are just ones that are getting a little bit earlier access than others. Put this in the chat. I'm going to throw this in here. There's the link.
Yeah, guys, we're a special company. We got this before everybody else.
You really did. Yeah, I think the rest of some of these franchises and are going to start getting this kind of rolled out in July. So you get a little faster peek at some of this stuff. So yeah, there will be more materials. Like the one thing is like going into your marketing resources within the Notable platform. You guys might have something on your back end with other materials, but right now it's just this one sad overview document. It's actually a great overview document. Feel free to take this, put this in your listing presentations. This is a really great document and a quick overview video and some calculators. But we usually have tons of materials here for you to use on your socials and such, but they are all under legal review. So
Amora, could you show the link for the homeowner and the link for the agent as far as I'm guessing, Lydia, you're meaning the login.
yep, it's right here. So let me copy this link and put this into the chat as well. There you go. Um, that link I just shared is the one for the client, and it's just listed as client link here. So if you ever forget it, as long as you go to our this website, you'll find this here. Um, and let me show you one more thing that's actually really cool. If we get to the bottom, calculators. Um, Sometimes home sellers want to put in their loan repayment. If I use this much money, this is my credit score. What am I actually going to pay? This calculator is a really cool thing to mess around with and then understand how much this actually cost. A lot of people are surprised of how cheap it is. It's a lot cheaper than using a credit card. So this is a good resource as well. Again, all of this is available on this main um, your market ready resource center.
Excellent. Let's see. Could this apply to buyers who want to purchase?
No, no. I know. Yeah, because it's always like on the buyer side, you get into your new home and you want to fix it all up. No,
No,
only for the
not
seller for
not
now.
gonna do it.
There might be a solution for them. Like we're really thinking through this. We've been around for 6 years, 7 years doing this, and there is a big need there. But we'll solve that in the next year.
So here's a actually a very good question, Michael. You're on fire. So you get a signed listing contract that will go active after work is complete. Otherwise, obviously, you don't want to put the home on the market until everything
Yeah.
is done.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
is it like our contract date and the listing is
Yeah.
active upon?
Yeah, no, the listing doesn't have to be active, by the way. It's just that they have a listing agreement with you, the agent, to make sure that they're actually working with you. They can't work with another agent and get access to this program, right? So we just have to prove that they are going to work with you, and that you guys have a listing agreement in place together. It could take them, if it takes them 2 months to get the work done and then you list it, we don't care when the listing goes live. We just care that they're actually working with you. And this helps us avoid fraud cases and things like that. You can imagine an unsecured loan for this amount. There's people that try to apply and sneak in here.
No way. There's evil people.
Yeah, so like that's their way. And then that's why when they do apply, you, the agent, you're gonna get a text message and an email. Both, we try to contact you any way you can to say, please verify this is real. You verify it's real, then we can go ahead and then push forward with their application. We do not approve their application until you, the agent, is saying, this is the address, this is the seller, and this is the listing price. And again, the listing price should actually be what you would list the home for after the repairs are done. Okay,
Wow.
so if you're like, I'll tell you this example I had the other day, and this is a really cool story. An agent called me and told me this. Um, older woman, her husband passed away, and she was gonna sell the home that they've had for 50 years. And she was gonna go to a senior facility. And the home had like carpet in the kitchen. Like that's how like old this home was. And the agent was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, like we're only going to be able to sell this house for $170,000. But we'll get you out of here and all that." It's like, but if we do some repairs on this, we might be able to sell it for a little bit more. And the house is all paid off. It was just one of those cash situations. So this woman applied. She got I think she got $50,000, and she only used 30,000 of it, but it helped with there was structural repairs that needed to be done, all brand new flooring. I mean, it was just amazing. Like they did a lot with the money. Anyways, home sold for almost $300,000.
Wow.
And then she also used the funds to put her into senior living for 3 months. So she used the funds for 3 months to live in senior living. So you can up to 3 months somewhere else. You can just like, so in senior situations where they need to get out of the house, it's like get them out, put them where they want to live, pay for their rent for 3 months while we get this home ready. And it was a really cool situation. That home sold
Yeah.
literally in 2 weeks.
Sounds like an HGTV type of
I
TV
know. It
program
was
right
a
there.
really cool story. And then it's, for seniors, if you can't prove, hey, I make this much income, like this program doesn't require income proof or anything like that.
It's just the
So
equity needs to be
just the
there.
equity. Yep, exactly.
It really makes a lot of sense. It's like Notable must have figured it out and nobody else could.
And
So
we got here first. And so yeah,
yeah.
this is a really cool I'm really excited to see all of you use it. If you have those stories, share them with us. We love hearing about it. And yeah, I mean, again, we're not trying to make you guys experts on any of these loan things. Just know the basic concept. Get your home ready with your own equity, defer the cost of closing.
Well, the other part
That's it.
that Amora that we have to remember on our side is this is what's going to get us the listing also. So having that contract signed is not only a benefit to Notable, but it's a benefit to us
Yeah,
because we're the ones who brought it up. We offered it. There's your point of differentiation. If you're going to use it, you have to list with me.
that's
Now, I
exactly
know that
right.
we've got competition that has the program available too, but if the other agent doesn't bring it up,
Exactly.
we're the only ones offering it.
That's exactly right. If you list with me, you have this. Home sellers don't know this exists. It's really hard to find us online unless you know our name. And then you do have something very unique as well. You guys get $75,000 that um, any other, I mean, outside, this is CIH, obviously. So I know there's a bunch of other brands that are under that umbrella. But yeah, it's nobody else can get that. So that's the special amount for you.
And for those who don't know, when Emora is saying CIH,
Oh
that
yeah.
is Compass International Holdings. So
Oh, you
I,
guys are still learning all those acronyms.
I'm a trainer teacher at heart, and that's
Okay.
just one of those that I always have to remember because I actually had to take and figure it out a while ago to go CIA. Oh, okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
Compass International
Awesome,
Holdings loves it.
awesome.
They
And,
love
and Lydia made
acronyms.
mention she had to notice that as long as we have the listing contract, then we can put it on the market once the work is completed. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that we should have as part of the contract is to have a statement that if for any reason the MLS finds out, they want to know why it's not in the MLS. Obviously, we don't market it. We don't do marketing. We know this. This is a standard rule anyway. We don't market it until it's time to begin marketing it. And, I'm going to use a general rule. If it's a coming soon, that means you're going to have it on the market within 5 days. But if, again, most MLSs, if we're going to market coming soon, that's when we can begin marketing when we publish it as a coming soon. So, guys, what other questions might you have for Amora?
You know what's one I usually get, and I'll just say it right now because that you
Yeah.
brought up a good point. Is if I've had agents ask, well, hey, if it's already been listed for 3 months, we do an inspection, we found this one thing, can we apply for it later? Yes, you can apply for it even after the listing is live. So
So, like, even if it's sold, and that's when we found out that the septic
not
is
when it's
bad.
sold. It has to be before it's sold.
Ah, so before it goes under contract, it needs to be done then. So I guess my thought would be, I have it under contract. I have an accepted purchase agreement. Buyer,
Actually, if it's under contract, again, this is another one I will go double check on, but I remember this situation specifically. If like the buyer's like, I'm not going to buy this until XYZ is done,
yes,
and then you're like, we don't have like you can go apply for this program as long as the home is not done through escrow,
it's not closed.
not closed.
Okay, because that's where I'm just sitting back with that first question. Typically, we're not going to find about a septic system being failed until an
Right.
inspection is done,
Yeah.
which is typically done after buyer seller have come to an agreement, and we're
Yeah.
into, as you would know it, as escrow. We're
Yeah.
into that closing process to get to the point where we can close and hand the keys off. So
Yeah. Let
good
me
deal.
go. Yeah, I'll double check. I'll check with our support team. What is the fine line there? So you guys have an exact answer on that one.
Awesome.
That's a really good question. But yeah, I mean, I mean, I have heard of this happening a few times. And so,
Hmm.
but it's always great. Like just might as well get it in the beginning. If you never use it, you never use it. Everything goes away, even the
Yeah.
origination fee if you don't
Wow.
use it. Yeah.
Total cost of nothing if you don't exercise it.
Yep. It's like almost like an insurance policy. Interest only starts as soon as you use the money.
Gotta love it.
Cool.
So, guys, you're not throwing any other questions in the chat. Anybody got anything? Anthony's giving me a big thumbs up with it. I agree. Great program. Yeah,
Cool.
doubles.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Well, let us know if you have any other questions. I will get answers to those two questions before the end of the day and send those over. And then if anything comes up, our support line is amazing. You guys can call them, even if you just have, if you're curious. There's FAQs at the bottom of your resource center. These are the most common ones we get. But again, call, text, email support. They're here and they're happy to answer anything that you guys have questions on.
Yeah, Lydia. It always comes up when well, now for the next one anyway. So, Amora, I think you've got my email in there for when we first set this up with Robin and
Yep,
Emily. So if you can get that to me,
I
uh,
will.
guys, I'll get this video out to you. It will be posted on the HRC Agent Development channel on YouTube for your review and to tell others, share others about the program. And Amora, thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Outstanding program. Hey guys, just want to drop in real quick here before we wrap up this recording completely. As you know, there was a couple of questions came up, and as you can see behind me here, can a home seller pay themselves for work? I believe really this is interesting. What our primary question is could a homeowner do their own work? And the answer is yes. And they would simply provide the receipts for the materials purchase. But based on what Amora was able to find out, as you can see, they can actually pay themselves. Strange that they would do it, but they could do it. The other question came up is can a homeowner apply for when they're already under contract, or otherwise um, did an inspection, reveals that the septic system is bad, needs to be replaced. Can they do it then? And the answer is yes. So those were the simple answers we wanted to get back to you. So with that, guys, we wrap it up very quickly. Guys, join us next Tuesday where it's now the listing concierge and how that program might be able to help you in marketing the new listings that you get. So that's next week, Tuesday. Another one, hot topic. It's Tuesday. See you at 11:59 next week. Have a great one, everybody.